All right, we're talking state of the NAU IceJacks. We got the head coach, and he's got some game gear on, so the guy doesn't just coach; he gets out and plays too. Travis Johansson, nice to have you back in the area.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about what you're doing in Tempe, first of all, for this weekend.
We are playing in the 12th annual 3-on-3 NAU Woody fundraiser tournament.
Nice. You're doing it here at Oceanside in Tempe, right?
Yep. Great place. Everybody can come down. Good central location to meet, and always have a good time down here.
So let's talk a little bit about NAU IceJacks hockey. First of all, give me a little recap of the season for you. What did you think of the way your team played this year?
Had a good regular season. Really nice to get that first place bye into nationals. Had a real strong first half. A couple hiccups there towards break and in the second half, but luckily finished out one and got the bye to nationals.
As any coach wants to build this program, you want to build it from the goal out, right? And you had some stellar goaltenders this season, didn't you?
Absolutely, yeah. Josh and Jackson, they both played great. It was tough to have one of them sitting. It was a hard decision to make this year.
So what's that like when you do have two goaltenders like that and you're going through that? Is it something that you just go with who's hot, or do you try to rotate, or what's your philosophy?
This year we rotated. Right. There wasn't really any method behind the madness this year. It was just, kind of a gut instinct, talk to the staff and see who was going. And
when you recruit kids like that, you don't obviously know what they're going to turn out to be when you get them here, but what's key to having two really good goaltenders?
It's the backbone of the team.
Right.
As long as they're playing good, the team steps up. They play a little better in front of them, and just keep building from there.
Did they meet the expectations that you thought they were going to bring in, exceed them? What did you think of their performances, individually?
Yeah, absolutely. Going into the season this year, Jackson played most of the ice time last year, and Josh stepped up, had some really good games at the beginning of the year, so it made for a tough decision throughout the rest of the year.
Tell me a little bit about your offensive performances too. You guys have never been short on scoring goals, and you were able to do that again for most of the season, right?
Lots of speed this year, lots of talent up front. 4-5 lines we could play each and every night against anybody. But yeah, the most talented offensive group that we've had by far at NAU.
And when you play at NAU, obviously the history and the tradition from way back to the NCAA program to now is you guys have established yourself as a team to beat in ACHA D2 hockey, haven't you?
Yeah, we have in the West. We want to take that on and take it to nationals and be a team to beat there.
What happens in the transition from that? I know it's a tough task because you got so many good teams, but not only that, but you got to play so many games, right?
Oh yeah. It's a grind. It's a grind every year. Tough teams in the West, but then even tougher when you get to nationals.
Are you surprised at the growth of hockey in the Desert Southwest right now from what you're seeing?
It's crazy. Yeah, I started playing in flag when I was 4 and came down and played in Phoenix, but the rinks that are popping up, the teams, just the growth throughout the state in the last 7 or 8 years it's crazy. It's huge.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back and we'll talk a little bit about the future of NAU hockey.
Alrighty.
Be right back. We're back with another segment with Travis Johansson from the NAU IceJacks. And Travis, we talked a little bit about the season and about the past, but let's talk a little bit about the future. What do you know so far with next year's squad lining up for you?
Keep pushing forward. A lot of returning guys. We lost 4 seniors this year. Got some leads on some really good recruits with some interest of coming up to NAU, so that's exciting.
Talk a little bit about the kids that come to NAU. They're a special group of kids, aren't they?
They are, yeah. It's just we got to get them to campus, and the campus sells itself. It's the biggest selling point, biggest recruiting tool that we have is just get them there, and they'll fall in love with the place.
So when you're playing out here in the West, and I know you've seen ups and downs with every team, but the way the growth is going right now, you get a chance to play U of A, you get a chance to play GCU, you get UNLV, you got those different teams, but what's the overall thought of the way the hockey has grown, at least down here?
It's gotten better and better. I mean, The growth it's just awesome for the game. Good to see. Just really exciting.
So you and UNLV had a battle last year in the D2 level. Then they jumped up to the D1 level. So do you think they were ready for that?
Absolutely, yeah. They had a great season this year. The record shows for themselves. Went to nationals, won a game there. Yeah, they were absolutely ready. They had a great year.
Talk about NAU's, Bart. I know you guys are comfortable with where you're at, but is that somewhere you'd like to stay in the D2 level, or do you have aspirations of moving up?
We talk about it every single year, but I think we need to get in that new building and then finally make our decision to apply to go D1. So that's the ultimate goal, is to move up and then move the D3 team up to Division 2.
So for those teams or those people out there that don't know about NAU's history, tell us a little bit about what it was like back in the days of NCAA hockey and Flagstaff.
I don't know a whole lot. I've heard the stories because that's they had the team. I was 2 or 3 years old then, but yeah, they played in the Dome. Had an NCAA Division I team for 2 years. Title IX. That's ultimately what wiped them out. So they had to disband the team.
And at that time, they were the only team in the West, and now ASU's got their team out here in the NCAA, and they also have a new rink coming on board. So give me some of your thoughts about the rise of ASU hockey.
It's awesome, and I think Coach Powers has done an awesome job with what he has grown from ACHA into NCAA, beating top teams in the country. It's exciting for the state. It's exciting for anybody in the college hockey scene.
Doesn't hurt to have a couple new ice sheets coming into the valley either, does it?
No.
So tell me a little bit about some of the prospects you're coming in. What are you looking for? You got any needs that you need to fill this season?
We do have some needs on the back end. A couple defenders. We lose 3 senior D, so we'll be looking for some D to jump in some big shoes to fill with losing those seniors.
So as you look towards the future, and I know you guys have played some over at Prescott Valley too, you got some more games in Prescott Valley on the horizon?
We're hoping to do another showcase there this year. It's in the works. We've been communicating with those guys. It's always a great place to play. Catfish is a great host. We love going down there. So
you kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit about the new building. Is the new building a reality for you guys and coming on board for sure?
It is. The plumbing's already in the ground. There's concrete down in the shape of an ice rink. The school is changed a little bit of the plans to chill the building.
Right.
They want to tie into the central plant on the school there instead of doing the traditional compressors and chillers and stuff outside the building, which is going to cost more money up front, but in the long run it's going to save a lot. So they're looking for the funds to make that happen.
I saw the original drawings a while back, and it's going to be a fabulous building, but give us a little insight as to how many it seats and different things like that.
I think it's got the capability going up to 3,000 or 4,000 seats. I think initially they're going to put, maybe 1,000 in bleachers there. It's right in central campus. They couldn't get any more central than where it's at. It's attached to the dining hall that serves 25,000 meals a day, so get the foot traffic there. Hopefully we get a few more fans, and it becomes a great place to play some hockey.
What's been the word from the recruits coming in? Looking forward to it, I'm sure.
Everybody asks about the new rink. That's all they want to know.
So you guys will have a summer. Are there any plans for the summer, or when do the guys convene again and get back together this fall?
We'll be prospect camp the first week of school, and tryouts second week, and a couple weeks after that we'll have our first games.
Lots of excitement going on up the hill in Flagstaff, and I heard you guys had a little snow the other day even. Is that right?
That's what I heard too. I came down here to get away from it. I wanted to get down and have some warm weather, get out of that springtime wind in Flag.
We'll wrap things up with you, Travis, by giving you a chance to speak to the faithful and those that haven't been up and had a chance to experience NAU, the campus, and certainly IceJacks hockey. What do you want to tell them about IceJacks hockey?
Come up, support the team, see the beautiful town of Flagstaff, pop in for a game, and come cheer us on up there in Flag.
In the meantime, you guys are going to keep pushing forward to try to get that D2 national championship, I know, right?
Absolutely.
Travis, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Even though you're down here in the valley, I got to get up to Flagstaff some more.
Yeah, thank you for having me.